Hey guys, how's it going? GP here, coming at you with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a game that's in development known as Project Wraith. Now, before I get anything into it, I'm just going to go ahead here and show off the trailer, give my thoughts after the trailer, and then talk about why I am so intrigued for this game and so hyped for this game coming out. So anyways, let's watch this trailer.
The world continues to fight in proxy wars. Small, clandestine operations between supposedly local militia. Yet little does the world know, in the wake of these battles lies a superweapon. Small groups of super soldiers ensuring missions are complete. What they devised could doom humanity as we know it. They are the call of the fallout of war. Cold-blooded, merciless. They are the savages. We are Project Wraith. But there is one thing for certain. Nobody defines us. We decide the world's stage now.
So that's it for that trailer. The main thing I want to point out is just kind of what they're going for in this game. Pretty much, if you go on their Twitter here, which is at Grassroots Games, they do have a website that you could go ahead and pull up. And it's a very clean, well done website, you know. So going on the website here, it says gameplay first. If the core gameplay loop isn't fun, then the foundation is weak. We are focusing on fluid controls and gameplay, easy to learn but hard to master, rewarding players with a sense of achievement for mastering the game, learning the nade spots, jump boost, and every little angle they can gain to an advantage. Think of classics like COD 4's Pro Mod reimagined in 2020 with netcode favoring the defender running at a solid 90Hz tick rate. All in a fast time to kill package. Your mistakes will be punished, a tactical experience. Solo ranked matchmaking, team scrims, leaderboards, and tournaments is our final goal. We want to create a home for competitive players of skill levels, but casual is equally important. Trying to force everyone to play under one banner will result in alienation of your player base. Let players decide and host their own servers and communities with complete autonomy. We will support you and not abandon you like AAA games by artificially segmenting our player base with yearly releases and paywalls. Then the promise that the devs are already making to the game. New maps and weapons will always be free, everything unlocked from day one. No pay to win, ever, just cosmetics only. We want our players to feel involved on what the next weapon should be, what map they love, and more. This means to care for your players, to understand their frustrations and involve them. Remember, we are gamers too, and this is a labor of love. We wouldn't want it tainted by bullshit practices either. No freaking loot boxes or unfair grind/paywalls. You pay once and that's it. You could choose further to support us with cosmetic purchases that have zero effect on gameplay. Project Wraith will be supported for 4 to 5 years, and that's brutal honesty. My promise as the founder. So this is already a very much, it's not tactical. It's a fast-paced run-and-gun first-person shooter that has tactical elements mixed into it. I want to call this a tactical game by any means. They do have leaning mechanics, which were shown in the trailer and everything. So, like right here, You see, this is a leaning mechanic, which is really nice. But the other part of this is that they're creating a game with esports in mind already, right? They're already creating it with, the idea that, hey, this is going to be an esports game. This is going to be something that, we want to go ahead and make sure is esports ready for the people going forward. If we go into their Twitter here, they're releasing and talking about the game a shit ton. And, going into why this game excites me is if you ever gone through old videos on my YouTube channel, I've played Call of Duty Gunfight like nonstop competitively. I've played tactical shooters such as Rainbow Six Siege competitively. I played games like Splitgate competitively for a bit. I am a competitive gamer at heart, and hearing that they're already dedicated to kind of what the competitive scene should be for a video game, how it should be, and it's it's a very, very great thing that I see. At the same time, I also see an advanced gameplay in a company that's looking at trying to get a first-person shooter experience that's no pay-to-win bullshit, but just that at heart, a first-person shooter experience with some tactical elements. Going into here, this is the founder's backstory. I've been dabbling in game development, all that stuff. But he says, Rainbow Six Siege, reviving a bad launch by delivering on what players want to consistent DLC and spectacular competitive sport. This is how esports should be done. D's Warframe, non-stop care and attention with countless updates which expand the game every day. This is a development team in which you can't simply admire enough. Epic's Fortnite, love it or hate it, Epic has shown how important it is to create a fun, polished experience first. Most of all, it's completely free, standing boldly in front of the AAA $60 releases. And pretty much what he's saying here is like, Rainbow Six, it was dead at first, but it came back and grew into a really competitive sport, and that's how esports should be. Is a competitive foundation that, pretty much saying Rainbow Six Siege is an example of a perfect competitive esport. Warframe, it's a non-stop update, it's a non-stop grind for the devs to continue releasing content to the people. And then Fortnite, making sure the game's fun and enjoyable. And I think that's really good for a founder to know, right? A founder knows what he's going for, especially, if you go back to the homepage. This is what they're basing all of the game around. They say gameplay's coming first. They're saying, hey, we want to create a competitive scene, but we also want to, apply a little bit to the casuals. And then they have the promise of everything being free and unlocked, DLC being free with the only cosmetics or only paid thing being cosmetics. So I did contact them on Twitter and send them some messages and everything, asking a couple more details. There is not a release date yet for this game. It is still in development. They have no kind of initial idea of when they're gonna release this or anything, and there's no current way to back this anywhere at all or pre-order it or anything of the sort. So neither of those are available. Kind of going through this here. This is something that they posted. It is the HUD and also part of the game. I don't know if this is an actual room or anything. I think it's just a generic room. But the minimap seems interesting, right? So you could see the enemies on here in friendlies, it seems, unless those are objectives. But it's pretty interesting seeing this. It'd be interesting if all you see are dots on the map and you actually do not see any sort of map layout. The reason being is map layout usually shows exactly where they are, and if it's just a generic dot in the distance, it might actually be more difficult to spot those people. Objectives look pretty similar. They have usually how these work is they'll fill up based on the capture percentage, and that's kind of how it seems. In the bottom right, we have the team you're on, kind of like the logo, the call sign for the team, shows the rounds, times. They do have a health bar, which is pretty nice. Kind of shows your health, nothing too sophisticated. Ammo, grenades. This looks like a stamina counter. The reason being is if this is kind of like hold your breath, ADS type thing, I would guess this is stamina. So maybe sprinting can affect your stamina, which affects how long you could hold your breath type of deal. I don't know. Generic M4 style looking gun. And then the crosshair is very interesting. It kind of gave me a Crisis vibe in terms of crosshair and stuff. We'll have to see how that goes in the future. Got some animations here with some sound. But overall, animations and weapons alone, even the sounds look pretty damn good. Like the sprinting animations, reload animations look finished and polished. Here's another weapon, a 50 caliber weapon it seems. And yeah, reloads look, they feel clunky and heavy, which is good. Like it has weight to them. You would find in like a lot of games that when reloading weapons, there's not enough sound to go along with it, or they just don't feel heavy enough. Perfect example of this is kind of like the MP5 from Call of Duty this year, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. When you reload that thing, it doesn't feel like it has any weight to it, you know? It's very, very light. And it sometimes doesn't make the gun feel as good, but I genuinely like these animations so far. So we have an Ash 12 plus AMG UH1 high poly. So we have some weapon models here. High caliber weapon. I do not know what round this is chambered in or anything like that, but it seems like a more slower fire rate weapon. Higher round, slower fire rate weapon. And then this one, it has a little bit of a suppressor is what it seems, and then it also has a sight attached to it. And then this final one, it has a sight in this giant ass fucking suppressor. Holy hell. But it is real. It's realistic, that's for sure. And then scrolling up more, they put this out on August 22nd. So they're still updating us every once in a while with kind of telling us about stuff and what are things going on. And it says Scorch is a medium-sized map that focuses on hard cover and building, sharp angles, long lines of sight, and plenty of flank routes. Made by the map developer. Expect heaps of close quarter combat and a balanced objective focus. Play smart or find yourself exposed. So it seems kind of more of a desert type village. Kind of having more rundown houses, everything like that. Wood for cover, so I'm guessing a lot of this wood is going to be wall bangable, everything like that. Could shoot through it. It overall looks pretty good, though. I think this is going to be kind of a center of a map, or maybe the outside of a map, a long line of sight, which is good for snipers. And then also the map aesthetic, it just looks good. Like, it genuinely does look good and looks very polished. So, overall for this game, this is a game I'm genuinely excited for and I'm willing to back and put my money on. The reason being is, first of all the promises it's making. It's saying gameplay first. It wants to make it so people could have private servers, have their own communities, have a competitive side to this game, and all DLC and stuff like that is going to be free. No splitting up the player base, nothing like that. And then also going into talking about how only cosmetics are going to be paid for if you wish to support the game more. Like I said, there is no official release date for this game yet. There is, no way to pre-order it or anything like that. So we're just going to have to wait and see until they start releasing more. If you wish to, the Twitter is at Grassroots Games. You can find them on Twitter and you'll find all their information. You could go ahead, give them a follow there. If not, I'll link to the trailer down in the description so you could go ahead and watch it yourself. But overall, definitely keep your eye out for this game going into the future. It is something that is really looking quite well. I know it's, especially with other games that have had issues currently, such as Dead Matter, it's difficult to remain optimistic, but I genuinely trust that these guys are doing the right thing. So Anyways, guys, this has been GP. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button down below and think about subscribing to the channel if you have not. I am getting back more into YouTube, so you should see more content being uploaded by me going into the future. Otherwise, definitely check this game out. Get excited for it. Probably about 2022 is when I could see this game releasing. Otherwise, that is it for now. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.